Hola, hola. Hello, hello, everybody. How y'all doing on this beautiful Saturday? Well, it's kind of like a dreary Saturday, cloudy Saturday for me here in Texas. I don't know where you're at, but I decided to do a pop up live just so I can talk to you to let you know a few things that I have going on and then actually to get your suggestions. Is that okay? So when you come in, let me know where you're watching from, right? I got friends from everywhere, right? Some US based, some may be in Bali, some may be in Thailand, some may be, hey, who knows, right? I got some friends who love to travel, so they can be anywhere at any moment. So when you come in, let me know where you're watching from, just so I know. I love to, when I'm not traveling, y'all, I do love to live vicariously through people, right? Because when you see other people traveling, it just makes you feel good. I don't know. It makes me feel good. Now, after I feel good, I'd be like, now hold on, Sandra, why you ain't there? Why you ain't visited there? Like, sis, what's going on, right? And then I have to self-check myself. But I do love seeing other people being able to travel, just enjoy time, right? Because I think time is one of the most important resources that we have access to that we can control. And a lot of times it's so difficult to control it, right? Because a lot of people are time snatchers, things are time snatchers. And then before you know it, what happens? Time has slipped away. Okay. And you like, oh my goodness, I remember when I was supposed to go there and I didn't because I postponed it, right? So we'll talk about that later on. But I wanted to introduce myself just in case you are new to this page and you might not know who I am. So my name is Zandra Sexton Holmes, and I am the founder and CEO of the travel company Explore Blue Travel. And our mission and purpose here is to just to be able to share with women who are generally busy, who are generally just doing all the things. Okay. Can somebody in the chat put all the things? But a lot of times as women, we pour into others. Okay. Whatever that other is for you. It could be a business. It could be a side hustle. It could be your family, could be your spouse, could be your in-laws, could be the church, could be a sorority, could be a civic organization, could be community, right? Could be the gym, okay? But we just pour and pour and pour into other people, other things. And a lot of times we forget about the most important person, which is ourselves. So I'm really big on prioritizing yourself because I realize that when you prioritize yourself and when you love yourself and when you have self care and when you have self love and you know that you deserve anything that your heart desires, then guess what, friend? It becomes so much easier for you to say yes to you. Because I don't know about you, but for the longest, I was able to say yes to a whole lot of people and a whole lot of things. Yes, 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 yes. But when it came to me and my desires and my wish and my hopes and my dreams, I was a little reluctant to say yes. I hesitated. I was like, you know what? Well, I would say yes, but let me check with so and so. I would say yes, but let me make sure, my schedule at home is good with the kids and the family. I would say yes, but it's something going on at the job and I don't want to miss out, right? And don't get me wrong, sometimes it is important to check in with other people who may, they may need to know if you're going to be gone. I'm not just telling you to ghost your responsibilities and just be like, deuces, see you when I see you, figure it out. I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is that get in the habit of being able to saying yes to yourself, right? Like, what are some places, some destinations that you would absolutely love to see that you may have put on your vision board, on your dream list, on your wish list, on your bucket list, or just some things that you dreamed about and you're like, you know what, I'm a little nervous about this. I don't even want to say it because, a lot of times we feel like if we say something, if we're not able to meet the goal or travel, like people are going to look at us a certain type of way, right? I mean, I'm guilty of that, right? I have these big, audacious travel dreams where I want to go to certain destinations. And if I cannot get to that place when I envision, I feel some type of way. I'd be like, oh man. But more so because I'm disappointed in myself because I let something interfere with my plans that did not allow me the opportunity to get there. So today, I just wanted to have a casual conversation. Now, my friend, if you happen to catch this on replay, what I want you to do is because I want to make sure that you heard everything that I'm saying today, do me a big, big favor. Can you do that for me? Can you do that for me? I want you to hashtag replay, okay? That lets me know, you know what? My girl wasn't on here when I was live, but she saw it. So she heard it, right? Because listen, I believe in being accountable to the things that I say and the things that I commit to, right? So some of you may know about accountability groups, right? Groups that, maybe you're part of, a cohort or a semi group where you can check on each other, right? Because everybody, despite their level of success, they can be a beginner, they can be intermediate, they can be advanced, they can be an expert. Everybody needs a check-in, right? A checkup, right? Just like we go to the doctor to get our yearly annual exams and, depending on what our health conditions look like, you may have to go more regular to check on your labs or different things. Everybody needs somebody to check in on you like, sis, are you okay? Like, I remember you was telling me in May that you was going to do that thing. Have you done it? Like what's going on, right? So what I want you to do is I want you to be able to hashtag replay so that I know that you saw this, okay? And then again, I told you, get your favorite beverage, baby, okay? Whatever that beverage is. Is it wine? Is it a cocktail? Is it water? Is it coffee? Is it tea? Whatever it is, just get your favorite beverage and let's have a casual conversation about why I think that as women, we need to prioritize travel. We need to make sure that we're traveling. We need to make sure that we are checking in on ourselves, listening to our body, recognizing signs that, hey, you know what? I really need to an escape. Like my attitude is not right. My mindset is not right. I just feel uncomfortable. I feel a little awkward. I'm not the best version of me. Has anybody been there? Or is it only me? Right? You're like, girl, listen, you've been a little bit more short lately. You've been a little bit more not yourself. What's going on? Like sometimes because your emails come off a little bit too harsh, too direct. Okay. Your facial expression, you can no longer hide. You're like, listen, they're gonna get whatever face they get today because I'm not with it, right? It could be your tone on the phone. It could be your mannerisms, your disposition, how you interact with other people, all of that, right? It could be, you no longer have passion and drive for certain things that you always had passion and drive for. And you're wondering, like, what's going on? I always used to love this. It could be that you're focusing in other areas in your life, right? Because sometimes, shifts happen where we decide to navigate and pivot and do other things. But sometimes we can overindulge in certain other areas and it may be unhealthy, right? So, for an example, maybe you are drinking more than usual. Maybe you are eating more. Maybe you are working out more. You might be looking at me like, girl, how can you work out more? Some people work out too much. Okay. Now, I'm not that person. Okay. But some people kind of overexert themselves. So, what is it for you? And while you think about that, y'all, as y'all can see, I'm in my backyard. Okay. So, like I said, this is super casual. I got my little, what is this? My little hoodies, sweatshirt on in my backyard. This is a super casual conversation. So when you come in, let me know where you're watching from, hashtag where you're watching from. And we're just going to have a conversation. This is probably only going to be about 20, 30 minutes. And we're just going to talk, okay? And then I'm going to let y'all know what's happening tomorrow because tomorrow is really, really big. And it's kind of surreal, if I can be honest with y'all. It's kind of surreal. And I really don't have anything planned per se, right? I have some ideas. I have some things in mind, but I wanted to get your opinion, some suggestions, some feedback to see what I can do since it is a big thing and it is monumental. But I just with all the things that I have going on, my son is about to graduate high school. I'm preparing for two group trips coming up, like literally back to back. I'm launching new trips that's coming out. It's just a whole lot of life stuff, business stuff, personal stuff. And you know how you kind of get into all the things, you kind of forget about certain things, right? So Anyway, let me be back. I'm going to turn my meat because I'm grilling. Okay, I'm in my backyard. I'm grilling. So give me just a second. Okay, when you come in, make sure you let me know where you're watching from, and if you catch this on replay, please hashtag replay so that I know. So y'all keep on talking, keep on commenting. Let me know. Let me know what's going on this Saturday. Let me know what's going on, y'all. I'm flipping some meat. Look like it's about to rain in a minute now. So I'm trying to make sure that I hurry up and finish grilling before the rain comes. I think this meat is almost ready. Okay. So I am back. I am back. I am back. Okay. So let's get into this topic. Okay. So, what I want you to do is I want you to get a journal or get some type of paper. Y'all know I'm a paper girl. I love some little, you know what I'm saying, a notebook and a pen. But maybe, you have a fancy tablet. Maybe it's your MacBook. Maybe it's your desktop, your laptop, whatever it is. What I want you to do is I want you to think about, I'm going to ask you some questions. And when I ask you these questions, I want you to, whatever comes to mind, immediately, I want you to just write it down, type it down. I don't want you to think about it. I don't want you to debate. Because a lot of times whatever you first write or whatever you first think, that's your true gut. That's your true mind. That's what you're actually thinking. It's not a right answer here. It's not a wrong answer. But I want you to think about some things, okay? So the first question is this. I want you to think about the last time you decided to travel to a destination. What was something that came to mind soon as you thought about that destination? What was the first thing that came to mind? That's the first question I want you to type, and then I want you to write your response, okay? I'm gonna give you about 30 seconds, okay? I'm gonna give you about 30 seconds. And y'all, I wish I can play some music, but y'all know Facebook be acting funny, right? They be like, you don't have the rights to this music and all these things. Listen, I'm not trying to copyright infringe anybody, okay? I know I'm not no artist, not in no music anyway, okay? But I wish I had some music I can play in the background where you can kind of think about this, okay? So what I want you to do is whenever you think about that destination, what automatically comes to mind? Like, what's the first things that come to mind? So I want you to write that down. That is the first question, okay? When you think of that destination, what are the first things that come to mind when you think of that destination, okay? And I'm actually doing this assignment with y'all, okay? So I got my other phone and I'm actually typing it out too. Okay. So if you don't mind share with me some of the destinations that came to mind. Like, what destination do you want to travel to? And what are some things that come to mind? And I'll share with y'all, okay? So for me, the first destination that came to mind for me, it was actually two destinations, to be honest, okay? Full transparency. It was Dubai and Thailand, okay? Then was the two destinations that came to mind for me was both of them. Now, when I think about Dubai and Thailand, I automatically think about how long I have to be on the airplane. That's the first thing that comes to mind. Like, how long is this flight? How long will I have to stomach this flight? Right. So that's the first thing that comes to mind to me. Okay. So what is it for you? If you don't mind, you can type it in the comments and share. Or if you want to, if you're a little bit more personal or discreet, you can send us an email. Our email address is support@explorebluetrvl.com. Okay, and I'm going to drop that in the comments. Let's see. Will it let me comment? Post a comment. Okay. Support at explorebluetrvl.com. Okay. So I dropped the comment. Okay. Now, The next question. The next question, friend. The next question is, what is the date you want to travel to that destination? Okay. So, what is the date you want to travel to that destination, right? So, most of the people on my timeline are pretty smart people. Okay. I know some pretty super intelligent, dope people. And a lot of us is accustomed to SMART goals, right? Now, I'm not going to break down what SMART means, but a lot of us know what SMART goals are, right? So we know that things have to be measurable. If it's not measurable, then guess what, friend? Is the likelihood of you achieving that and of you being able to track it is highly unlikely because it's not written down. So you have to pencil it in. And I know sometimes it's scary, right? Because you're like, oh my goodness, I just don't know. The first part is just to put a date to it, okay? So what is the date you want to travel to that destination? Okay. So is it this year in 2024, okay, that you want to travel to that destination? Okay. Or is it another year? Okay. So for me, I want to travel to Dubai in 2025. Okay. And to Thailand, I want to do 2026 or sooner. Okay. So that's for me. Now I want you to do the same thing. The destination that you chose, what is the travel year that you want to get there? Okay. So that's the second question. The third question, and we're going to only keep it to 3 questions because y'all know me. I love to talk. I'm my mama's child, baby. But we're not going to be here all night. Okay. Because this was a pop up live. So the next question is, who do you want to experience this destination with? Okay. So who do you want to experience this destination with? Okay. Is it your spouse, your significant other? Is it a best friend? Is it a mom, a dad? Is it your kids? Is it by yourself, solo? Or is it something else that I may have not covered? Who do you want to experience this with? Okay. That's the third question. Okay. So since I'm sharing, I'll continue to share my answers. So for me, I want to experience Dubai and Thailand with my husband, but I also want to experience it with my friends, right? So I want to mix. I want my husband to be there, but I also want my friends to be there. Okay. So what does that mean? Okay. What does that mean, right? What does it mean when you want to go to a destination and you probably have more control or more say so in your spouse or your husband, right? Because they live in your house, you know their schedule, you know their time they can take off of work or take off the business, you know the commitment, right? But when you start involving other people such as your friends, you just don't know, right? You can always extend the offer, but you never know, like, okay, is this person able to actually join me, right? Because everybody has different schedules, right? So believe it or not, that was one reason why I started doing group travel, because what I found out was a lot of times a lot of people had these grand ideals and they wanted to include their friends, right? Like most people when they travel, they don't want to go by themselves. Now, it's some people out there, they don't mind about going by themselves. And I actually encourage every woman to actually take a solo trip. I think that's very important. It's a part of self-discovery and you learn so much about yourself. But a lot of times, what was happening was women would have these ideals to travel to these said destinations, and then they would invite their friends. And then guess what? The friends either could not come for whatever reason, and then they would either feel like they couldn't travel there by themselves because they felt maybe there was a safety issue or the what's kind of promoted in our society. Like you're a woman, you shouldn't be traveling to yourself to a foreign place. It's unsafe. You need somebody else there with you. What else? Right? All these things. And a lot of people, they buy into that and then they just don't do it. Right? They was like, you know what? I'm not going to do it. It's not safe. I got to have someone to travel with me. Well, I'm here to debunk that. Okay. I'm here to debunk that. That is far from truth. Okay. There is so many women out there, young, mid-age seniors that are traveling by themselves, and they are having the time of their life, and there has not been all the things that you think of, right? So sometimes for us women, we think about safety concerns. Okay, we think about human trafficking, we think about being drugged, we think about people trying to con us or people trying to force us to do things, right? You because you're in a foreign place, more than likely you are in a destination where you may not know all the culture norms, the do's and the don'ts. You might not know the language, right? So you feel a little uneasy, a little apprehensive. But my friend, I'm here to tell you that you can travel to literally almost anywhere in the world by yourself. Okay. Now, if you are that person who do not want to, venture out on solo travel, that's cool. That's cool, friend. Okay. I still got something for you. But what I'm saying is that do not be do not box yourself in and think that you can't get to that destination, because a lot of times this is what happens. You have these travel dreams and travel wishes that you want to go to, and then you may can't go, right? Like you may can't go the time your friend wants to go. So that's why I formed Explore We Travel, because what I found out was a lot of people, their schedules did not align. And because their schedules did not align, they would either cancel the trip, postpone the trip, or just be like, Zandra, ditch it. I'm not going to do it. I'll just wait until next year, or I'll wait until whatever, right? But what happens is a lot of time people wait, wait, wait. And guess what happens? They still don't go to these places, and then time passed by. So then a year turns into five, five turns into 10. And before you know it, you still haven't went to this destination, but you deserve it, right? Because mostly everybody on my timeline are pretty dope. Okay. They have good jobs, they have good businesses that's generating revenue, they're getting paid on a consistent basis, they are highly educated, they got different degrees, they have accreditations. Like, they do so much, they pour into others. They're getting awarded on their jobs, they're getting awarded in the community. Like, they are like the shifters and the pillars of our community. And you mean to tell me, with all the things you do, when you decide that you want to go to Dubai, Thailand, when you decide that you want to go to Tokyo, Zanzibar, Barbados, Australia, whatever it may be for you, you can't go because your friend can't come? Girlfriend, listen, let me drink to that. You are so deserving of everything that your heart desires. You are so deserving of everything your heart desires. If you want to travel, I don't care to where it is, what that destination may be, you should be able to go there. Okay. I don't want you to get comfortable, get accustomed to doing things just because your friends can't do it. It's a lot of times that you cannot do things, that you will not be able to do things when your friend can do it, right? Because we're busy people. Okay. Everybody's friend have different schedules, right? Some people friends kids are super busy, right? They doing activities and things 24/7 all year round. If you wait on that one friend, honey, you could be waiting 5, 10, 15, 17 years before that friend decides that, okay, girl, I finally can travel, right? So why would you put yourself in that position where you're missing out on opportunities? Okay. So this is why Explore We Travel was birthed, why Explore We Travel was created, the groups section, because what I found out was a lot of people wanted to travel. They wanted to take the girls trip. They wanted to go to the destination that maybe people wasn't really going to, or wasn't really popular, but they wanted to go. But it was like, who can I go with? Who can I trust? Like, because yeah, let's be clear. It's a lot of um shady, shisty stuff that go on in any business, online businesses, brick and mortars. Just that's just the way of the land, right? Some people do business right way, some people do business the wrong way, right? Now y'all know me, I'm big on doing business the right way, being professional, having customer service, talking to people right. Like, my rule of thumb is treat others the right way even when they don't treat me right. Listen, and sometimes with certain people, that can be a stretch. But despite that stretch, I know who I am. I know who he made me to be. And I know what I want to have happen to my company. So it's bigger than me, right? So with that being said, despite how that customer or that client does something or says something or stretch the truth or whatever the case may be, you still owe it to yourself and to your business to still act the right way, right? I've always been big on that. Integrity, ethics, professionalism, customer service, that's like my top, like I don't play with, right? Not at all. But as women, instead of waiting on your friend, your girlfriend, or whomever it is to travel, learn how to say yes without people. Like, learn to say, you know what? I understand that my friend can't go to Ghana, but guess what? I want to go to Ghana. So, guess what? I'm going to book me a Ghana trip. I understand my friend doesn't want to go to Bali because she doesn't want to be on the airline that long, or because she has health conditions, whereas she can't stay on the airplane that long and her back locks up. But I want to experience that. So, guess what? I'm going. You know what? I understand that me and my friend been talking about going to this Essence Fest trip happening in New Orleans for years. It's their 30th birthday celebration. I've been texting her, I've been DMing her, I've been calling her. She keeps on saying she's interested, but I haven't heard from her. But I want to go. I want to experience this, right? I want you to get in the position to say yes when other people is saying no, either verbally or even by their action, right? A lot of times we wait for somebody to say no, right? We want somebody's written confirmation, okay, because we are people of integrity, and we want somebody to actually say it. Friend, sometimes you got to read the cues. You got to read the signs. You have to know, like, okay, she not returning my calls. She not responding to my text messages. She not responding to my DMs, my voicemails, like nothing, okay? I see her, but I don't see her. Like I think she's online because this little green circle is appearing, but when I reach out, she don't respond, or it appears that she's read it, but still no response. Sometimes you have to know when somebody is saying no, but they're not saying no. Caller, are you there? Right? You have to know that, because a lot of times with certain friends, depending on how they communicate, it could be their mannerisms, okay? It could be their dispositions. It could be when they shutting you off. That's their indication to you, like, sis, I really want to go, but I got so much stuff going on, and I don't want to tell you what all I got going on because I know what type of friend you are, and you might decide to help me. And maybe at this level in my life, I don't want your help. Like, I want to actually be able to do this on my own. Like, you have to know your friends. You have to know your friends, and you have to know how they communicate and how they act and how they respond and all the things. Okay. So tomorrow is so big for me because I was just thinking to myself, like, tomorrow makes year 3 that I've been in business. Year 3. Okay. And it happens to be on Cinco de Mayo. Okay. The 5th of May. And year 3 hits differently for so many reasons. If you're in business, you already know that around year 3, you're looking at, is this a business or is this a hobby? You're also looking at other things like, okay, should you shift? Should you pivot? What are the things that you did right? What are some things you can improve on? Like, it's like a lot of inner work that I'm working on and I'm looking at in myself. And generally around my business anniversary, I celebrate big. Okay. As y'all know, last year around this time, we was in Turks and Caicos, baby, having the best time. Okay. Living it up. Okay. Actually, tomorrow, which would be a year from last year, we was at Noah's Ark. Okay. If you've ever go to Turks and Caicos, it's a must you go to Noah's Ark, honey. We was having a ball. Okay. Tiki bar on the water in the middle of the ocean. Y'all know Turks and Caicos got some of the most beautiful water there. We was having a ball. Okay. But what I wanted to ask y'all is, like, because I'm celebrating year 3 in business, what are some things that you want to see that I offer? Or what are some things that I can do to, I don't know, like, and this is me literally thinking, okay? Again, this was not planned. This is a pop-up live, literally, okay? But what are some things you would like to see from Explore Blue Travel? What are some ideals or suggestions you would think that I need to do tomorrow to celebrate my 3-year anniversary? Let me know. I'm open for your suggestions. If you don't mind, put them in the chat. Let me know. And if you are more private, I already dropped my email. Email me. Also, too, as y'all know, we are still promoting the Essence Fest group trip that's happening this summer in New Orleans, Louisiana. Now, some people know about Essence, some people don't. Okay. So for the people who don't know about Essence, it's a annual music celebration that happens every year in New Orleans around the 4th of July weekend. Okay. It's a 3-day music event. But Essence is more than the concert series. A lot of people refer or know it as the concert series. They wait on the performers to be announced, all the things, right? But Essence has so much to offer besides just the concert series. And a lot of people forget about this, right? They don't know that it's a wellness house part of Essence Fest. It is authors, the food and wine experience, family day experience, the men's experience. Did y'all know that? Did y'all know that at Essence Fest, even though Essence Fest is coined, as for women, women's trip, girls trip, however you want to call it, but did you know they have a men's experience that actually they focus on the man, right? And you might be wondering, like, okay, men's experience, what is that? I'm glad you asked. A men's experience, for an example, last year, they had masseuse set up, they had dominoes, okay? They were able to play pool, okay? They had a cigar lounge, right? They were able to do like the manly stuff that they probably would do back home, right? When they hook up with their boys and stuff, right? Did you know that? Okay. They have so many things going on that a lot of people don't know. So I wanted to kind of touch on that because a lot of times people don't know. They just assume, oh, it's all about music when it's more so about music. Okay. And then I'm going to wrap up after this. So I wanted to let you know. And then also, if you don't know, if you're one of the person who's curious about the people that is performing, so they announced Janet Jackson yesterday as one of the headliners. Okay. Prior to that, 2 days prior, they announced okay, Cash Money Millionaires. So as y'all know, Birdman and Friends. So Lil Wayne, Juvenile, all of them. Okay. And actually, they're from New Orleans. But I wanted to let y'all know all the things that Essence offers because a lot of times people just don't know, right? A lot of assumptions and we have no idea like what's going on. So I wanted to let you know what that was. Okay, so um as I told y'all, Birdman and Friends was one of the headlines that they announced, but also to the other things that is happening at Essence Fest, just so that you are aware. So if you have not downloaded the app, make sure you download the app, okay? It's called the E360. Download the app so that you can actually see everything that they offer. And let me tell you what it is that they are offering. Okay, so Afro Punk After Dark. They have Essence Authors. They have Community Impact Hub, the evening concert series that everybody knows about, the Essence Festival, Food and Wine. They have the GU Creators House. They have the GU Kickback. Okay. They have the GBEF HQ, Hollywood House, Essence House, New Voices Village. They have the SoCo Market, Essence Stage. They have the Suede Men's Experience. So they turned it, they changed it up this year. So last year was just the men's experience. This year it's the Suede Men's Experience. And then they have the Wellness House. Did you know all the different events that they have offered here? Okay. So it's going to be an awesome time. So right now, as y'all may have known, or maybe you don't, we're having a special. Okay. We're having a flashback Friday sale. And I know today is Saturday, but the sale is still going on, where you have the opportunity to get your package and save bid. Only thing you need to do at the checkout is enter meetup. Okay. Just as it sounds, meetup, MEETUP, and then it gives you your savings. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the website that you need to visit in order to get this saving. And if you have any questions about the package or anything like that, y'all know where to find me at, okay? You know where to find me at. Okay. So I just dropped that information for you. You can share this video, tag your friends, comment, do all the things. I did ask you 3 questions. Okay. So make sure you give me what your responses are. Other than that, I hope you enjoy your Saturday. Okay. I hope you enjoy your Saturday. I hope you enjoy your weekend. I hope you are living your life by saying yes to yourself. I hope you are giving yourself opportunities to meet other people, to experience new things, and to just love on yourself. Okay. Self-care, self-love is so big, and once you love yourself, then it makes a world of difference. Okay. And these days and time, with so much stuff going on social media, it's kind of easy to forget about you, but remember, you are the most important person in this whole entire world. So you got to love yourself. You got to prioritize yourself. You got to put yourself first. And if you ever need a reminder, you can always come to me and I will remind you. Now, if you are not following my business page, please do so. If you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do so. Both of them is named Explore Blue Travel. We also have a private Facebook group called the Blue Squad Travel Group. Come over there. We like to talk travel, like to have fun, and just enjoy ourselves. Okay. Thank y'all for spending some of y'all time with me on this Saturday. Once you catch this on replay, make sure you hashtag replay. If you are so sweet and so kind, you can also share this to other people because I don't know your people, right? And I want your people to know me because I'm trying to reach more women like you who are powerful, who are dynamic, and who are deserving to travel to whatever destination they want to as often as they want. And I'm trying to find more women like that. So that's my time. Y'all have a blessed day. I'm Zondra Sexton Holmes, the owner of Explore We Travel, and our goal is to help busy women escape to destinations domestically and internationally. And we do this by hosting group trips. Whereas, only thing you got to do, girlfriend, is pack your bags and come join us. You don't have to worry about having a plus one. If you do, that is cool. If not, that is cool as well. I am your travel matchmaker, and I will talk to you later. Bye for now.